Boys, I'm going in. Tell me missus I love her.
With over 30,000 species of fish worldwide, from the tiny minnow to enormous sharks, fishing offers a plethora of opportunity.
What a weapon of a fish.
And with a world champion and Team England all-star,
It's like trying to get our lass out of bed.
multiple competition-winning fishing fanatic,
A big old mouth on him. Bye-bye.
on a hunt to catch some of them,
You're joking.
with help along the way. These piscatorial pioneers
That is a fish.
I'm getting bit to death. Must be because I taste good.
take on a global fishing rod trip. Welcome to Scotland, land of the brave and land of absolutely breathtaking fishing. Some of the best in the whole world, which is the reason these three soft Englishmen have travelled well over 500 miles to cross the border in search of the cru de la haggis of fishing, from the bitter, cold streams and rivers to the glacial-filled lochs, and indeed the wilds of the open ocean. This threesome are hungry to sample everything it has to offer.
Have you done much in Scotland before, fishing-wise?
No.
No. What's it then? It's new to us all.
So none of the boys have fished Scotland before. This is going to go well. Their first stop on the journey is the River Nith to catch one of the best looking fish in Britain, the grayling.
Hey! Grayling! Here we are.
Also known as the Lady of the Stream, these fish are some of the most stunning in the British Isles, and a £2 one would be considered an impressive specimen. The challenge is on.
Hey, oh, this is a bit more Scottish, isn't it?
Yeah. Geese.
Despite being a grayling mecca, the River Nith is also home to salmon, sea trout and brown trout, which might provide great sport but are much more aggressive and could muscle their target out of the swim.
Not going to get a much nicer looking river than that, are you? Feels wild.
It does look wild,
yeah. It's like in a valley, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's nothing
meanders
like
and
this where I come from. No. Beautiful. Proper beautiful. Stop pushing me. Like a little kid, man.
We're definitely in Scotland.
It's not as warm as it looks, is it, boy?
Does look good though, doesn't it?
Stunning.
Looks amazing. So what are we looking for? What do you think?
I just think look for the pools where
Yeah.
there's nice long steady glides, where there's where you've got a decent amount of water, where there's hopefully a big pocket of fish. So it's only fair if I go upstream because I'm on the right and you go downstream because you're on the left.
We can do that. Tell you what, we're fish as a team.
All right.
I really struggle to find maggots in when I'm holding a rod.
Don't worry. I'll feed for you. I'll let you fish for you when you've got one.
We'll swap.
My go.
That sounds like a deal.
Should we get the gear ready?
Yeah, you go and get that ready. I'm going to have a cup of tea.
Yeah, you do that. I'm freezing and I want to fish.
Let's go fishing.
Right then, chaps, have you got everything you need?
Aye. Apart from a £2 grayling, yes.
Has he got everything he needs? Look at him.
So we brought the kitchen sink.
Got my pinny on.
Yeah.
Let's go. Good luck, mate.
Keep in touch, yeah? Let
All
us
the
know.
best, mate.
See you soon.
Catch me a £2.
On dinner, lady.
After 7 hours in the van with the boys, I'm quite pleased to have a little bit of fresh air and my own space and peace and quiet, because let's be honest, it was a bit noisy at times and the van did start smelling of farts.
Matt and Rooney headed downstream towards the bridge, nearly a kilometre away, and Dean took the shorter route upstream.
He's got like a good knack of watercraft. He'll wander up there and be like, that looks
in
good.
the daddy hole.
Yeah, he just sees it though, doesn't he? He knows what he's looking
lives
for.
for it, mate.
Yeah.
Lives for it.
Well, ladies and gents, I think we might have found our first spot. From what I can see, it looks a bit pacier and a little bit shallower just upstream, but then drops off, widens out, and just a lot smoother. This is the sort of area that you're looking for if you're targeting grayling. And so this is where I'm going in first.
The idea is to creep out into the stream with a technique called trotting, which is a method that involves running a float downstream in the flow whilst feeding maggots upstream to attract the grayling. For this style of fishing, you don't need complicated equipment, and travelling light is key. A 13-foot rod balanced with a compact reel loaded with 5-pound mainline is a perfect setup. A float is attached to the line at approximately the depth of the river. Below this, there is some shot that acts as a weight to take the bait to the bottom, which is where hopefully the grayling will intercept it.
Of course, I think the key is river's flowing. Any maggots that we throw in are going to drift down.
Yeah.
And we want to make ours that's got the hook in them look as much like the feed as possible.
That's it. So all the mechanical ends at the top and doing all the business to make the bottom end look as au naturel as possible. So Mr. Maggot
Yeah.
can behave like this. Oh my God, I'm going to end up in a fish's mouth.
And Mr. Grayling's like this. I'm going to eat you, maggot.
As ever, Dean was in position first, eager to wet a line.
Loads of this river looks beautiful, looks perfectly fishable. And it looks like it should hold a load of fish, but you never really know until you get a fish whether you're on them or not. So you just got to keep working and keep moving. Wonderful. I can think of worse places to be though.
There.
Oh, nice, yeah. Handy that. I'm just going to give it a little.
Oh, that looks nice.
Tell you what, conditions are nice for trotting.
First run down's always a bit special, isn't it?
It is.
And a bit scary at the same time.
My rig didn't go in the best. Oh, oh. Come on, Baba. Oh, see that?
It's a bit suspicious, isn't it? Got one?
I've only gone and got one.
No, you're joking.
No,
Never.
that's what it's called fishing, isn't it?
First run down.
Did you see that little movement
Yeah,
first?
that must have been an indication before. That must have been
Yeah.
a fish before.
Anyway, shh.
I hope it's a grayling, mate.
Oh, if it is, it's got to be a good one.
He's a big fish. It's a grayling, it's a
Is it?
grayling.
Did
I
you
saw
see
its
it?
fin, I saw its fin. It's a grayling.
Oh.
Oh God, he's a big one. He's a big one.
You got a life support unit on that back.
Whoa! I'm scared.
That big rudder on top, they're so in control of the fight. Oh, look at him, he's
Right.
a nice fish.
I'm not going to rush this. I'm just
No.
going to wait for him to be tired.
Just try and keep his head up, and then he can't use his big rudder. Oh my!
What a start! That's
Wow.
massive.
Look at that for a fish.
That's like a grayling, only bigger.
They don't look anything like that when they're little.
Look at the size of his fin. Look at that.
Rooney has only gone and fluked one on his first cast. A grayling of 2 pounds is a massive fish, and with this one only being a few ounces off 3 pounds, it is enormous.
Look at that for a fish.
Can I just
Yeah, do the honours.
look at that? What a weapon of a fish.
It's an absolute warrior of a fish. Suppose we best get her back and swap over.
That's a fish. That's a fish. How's that? I don't know, you know. I don't think this is a grayling. Oh, my fears of it being a trout is, I think that's probably the case. Look, oh, it's just come off.
Unlucky Dean, better luck next time.
Can I have a couple of grubs for the old hook,
Couple
please,
of grubs, there you go, sir.
sir? 2 red uns you caught him on, didn't you? Or her, whatever it was.
Yeah. Hey, that was a good fish, wasn't it?
And that, one of the best fish I've ever seen.
Thanks.
Pressure on for me now. You
It
had
is.
one cast, one fish.
You got your own rod out,
Yeah.
on your own gear.
Yeah,
You
right.
ready? You got your...
Yeah.
Happy?
I'm on.
All right, let's go.
About that line, yeah?
Yeah, about there.
You just sort of let it go,
just,
didn't you?
Just run through nice. I don't think your maggots be rolling about as they're going down. I think you want to be similar, do you know what I mean? I don't think you want to be holding back too much, but hey, so,
Is that a bite?
don't know. If it was, the fish has got no lips now.
No maggots left on.
Oh,
That was a bite.
do you think we've got some fish in our swim? I'll tell you what, our watercraft must be amazing.
Yeah, better than Mace's.
Wonder how he's getting on. I'm sort of missing him a bit.
I'm not.
Something sucked me maggot from down there.
I've never really caught a big one. I don't know what to do when I hook one. I was watching you thinking, you sort of hang on for dear life, don't you?
I think so, yeah. Your sort of natural reactions take spot, and then you got someone in the background going,
Sorry, I was just excited.
Don't the male and the female ones have different, is it called a fin?
Yeah, it's the dorsal fin.
Dorsal
that.
fin.
Dorsal fin. I think.
How's your maggots?
Yeah, they're all right, them too. Not scared this time.
So the male ones have a taller dorsal fin.
Yeah.
And it's shorter, isn't it?
Shorter and taller. I've
Shorter
read,
and taller,
yeah.
and the female's got a longer and more
Rectangle.
flowing rectangle.
Yeah. Male's a bit squarer fin, female's a bit more rectangle. Learn something new every day, don't you?
Good facts.
Lovely facts, boys.
There you go. You could probably hear my heart thumping out my bloody chest. They fight so hard for their size, and they also fight really dirty. Like, they twist, turn, and when you get them in a bit closer, they start to jump. So they've got that big sow fin like dorsal fin, and they sort of fight a little bit like game fish or pelagic fish as well. There it is. It's a good fish. It's a very good fish. It's a very good fish. It's in the net. That was so ugly. I don't care. Oh, mate. This is why we come all the way to Scotland. And look at that for a grayling. The bigger the dorsal fin, the more chance it is of a male, and that is definitely a cockfish. Absolutely amazing.
At £2 4 ounces, it's another incredible fish. As time ticked by, Matt was still blanking.
God, oh.
Oh! That were on. That were on and off.
Oh,
that were on and off, I'm telling you now. I felt it, that were a fish. If not, it were a rock that felt alive.
A rockfish, maybe?
That were a fish, that, I'm telling you.
Hey,
What?
what a place to be though, eh?
Beautiful, innit? You know what I like about this kind of fishing as well? I'm going to sound like I'm making excuses, but even if you're not catching out, it's just nice watching a float go down, innit?
Yeah, oh, it looks cool. Even I'm enjoying watching the float go down. And you're doing it so well, I must admit.
Just don't think so.
Oh. Bite? No?
Nah.
Oh, go on. How good is this?
It's mint, innit? Isn't it mint?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is a grayling, you know. No! I thought that was it. I thought that was it.
Blooming rod hogger. That is a nice trout.
You know, like the colours, look at that.
Incredible fish.
So beautiful, aren't they?
That is very cool. Nicely held as well.
Very calm, isn't
He
it?
is very calm.
Bring back.
Yeah, he won't be calm then, watch.
Although a lovely trout, it's not the target species. But upstream, Dean was in again.
There you go. Is that a fish? That's a fish. I think that's quite big. I mean, you should like that, but I hate it. I hate it. There it goes, downstream. Come on, you need a bigger net, Dino. Yes. Look at that. As the sun goes down over the hills, £2 10 ounces of Scottish magic. That is incredible. What a place. Absolutely made up with this. That is perfect.
A stunning way to end the day. With mission complete, Dean headed downstream to see how Rooney and Matt had got on.
Well, chaps, how's your day been?
Boys, I have been a bit of a blanker.
Have you really?
Yeah.
This perfectly good grayling river, have you made it look like there's no grayling in
I've
it?
made it look impossible, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, my feet are cold, my fingers are numb, my arms aching.
It ain't been easy though, has it?
Not all.
No, it's been good though.
I'm ready for a beer.
And a cuddle.
A big cuddle.
Come on,
on.
chaps. It is only the start of the adventure.
True.
Morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, miss.
It can't be only fishing when you come all this way to Scotland. And the boys are about to meet someone very special.
Cheers, boys. Oh, 3 teas, please, love.
Enter Gregor. Gregor Edmonds is Scotland's strongest man. In his heyday, he won all there is to win in the Highland Games and even picked up a world record weight throw. The guy is a true superhero, and what was planned for today might just break them.
Morning. Well, you guys come as Morris dancers?
Oh, it's traditional, isn't it?
Well, you're kind of there.
Looks all right though. Half decent.
Half decent.
Half decent.
What's the plan today, Gregor?
Well, I think you've come to learn about becoming a Scottish man today, aren't you? So you got to toss a big stick today.
Is that what we're going to do? Because there's multiple events in Highland Games.
There's 8 disciplines in all, but the caber is the one everybody knows.
Can I ask something? This sounds daft. Have you got to be strong?
It really helps.
I think I'm ready for this.
I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait.
And if you didn't think Gregor was big enough, then meet Carl, the current Highland Games caber tossing champion. Basically, an absolute unit. And he was there to show these 3 weaklings how it's done.
It's getting very real now, isn't
I'm
it?
going to seriously need his help.
Come on in.
Ooh.
It's the balance. Look at the balance.
Watch out.
Look at the back on it.
Caber tossing isn't about distance, but it's about how the caber flips. The straighter or closest to 12 and a clock face, the better.
He likes that one. You like that one, don't you? Yeah. I can tell in your face.
Look at the hole.
Okay, boys, you've seen how it's done. So which one of you's up first?
Oh no. I know what the secret Scottish strong juice is. I think that's what they have in it. That one. I can feel Scotland coursing through my veins. Yeah, Gregor, just chuck it, mate. I'll catch it.
Okay, obviously you're not going to toss the big one.
Thank God
So we
for
got
that.
this little thing.
Right.
In Scotland we call this a spurtle. It's used for stirring your porridge.
Looks like a stick next to you.
So now get balance and then take it for a little run.
I highly recommend everyone gets out of the way.
Go on, Matty. Go on, Matty. Go on, Matty. He's winning like a javelin.
That's harder than it looks. You can laugh, you're up next. Can't wait to see Roon do it. Good luck, mate. Thanks. You'll need it.
Well done.
Cheers.
Right. So I've got. Ooh.
It's heavy.
Yeah, am I doing this right?
Yeah, I'm just standing back out of the way. Yep. Put hands together if you can.
Jesus.
Let it go, let it go.
Well done, Roon. Good efforts.
Oh, that's part of my warm-up. I just wanted to go further back.
Is that your back cast?
It's heavy, isn't it? Sorry.
Will we help you out? Clasp your hands.
Oh, yeah.
Clasp your hands. Got it?
Yeah. Right, so I'm going forward now, yeah?
Yep.
Go on, Roon. Go on, Root. Go on, Root. Oh. Another 6 o'clock.
Dean had been given it the big un all day. It was time to see whether the Olympian still had it.
All right, Dean. Time for you to shine.
I just hope I don't get a splinter.
It is a splinter, mate.
It is a splinter to you, yeah. Right. Lock your fingers, yeah?
Yep. A little flick and just cup your hands and flick it up. Lovely. Oh, a seasoned pro. There you go.
Well, it was pretty clear to see who won that.
You're saying I thought that was a little bit embarrassing.
Speak for yourself. I thought I'd done all right.
Oh, you did brilliant, to be fair, mate.
Natural.
Well, I've got to be honest, though, Giants. My competitive juices are flowing. I've got electricity running through my body, mate. The testosterone
Gets
has
you going a
literally
bit, doesn't
come
it?
back for the first time in a decade. I ain't ready. I'm ready for a fight. And I'm not being funny. I'm double large, you're triple large, you're quadruple large. Right? There's only 2 of them. There's 3 of us. We can definitely take him.
Listen, can't we just go fishing, please?
I'll go high. You go low. You take the middle. What you saying? Come on.
I think we've got it.
England on 3. Pull it in. Come on. 1, 2, 3. England! Gregor, fancy a game of tug of war, mate?
Yeah. Let's get it on.
Boys, on 3, on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Right leg.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Come on, Dean, don't just be through it.
Did we win? How strong are you two?
My bum's sore.
Could have brought something back. As you march up into Scotland, generally we'd like to send you back with your tail between your legs, so a win in the tug of war, of course. Tourists.
Sorry. I think I might need to check that.
With their egos and bums bruised, they were now heading to Scotland's first national park, Loch Lomond, where we would not be catching the rarest fish, but probably the most common, the roach.
I love roach.
You do love roach.
That's my favourite. Oh, I can't wait for that.
Rutulus. Pretty much every young angler's journey into their lifelong obsession has started with the roach. For many of us, this spark of passion this fish ignited for our pastime has never left. And what better surroundings for the target fish that started the whole journey.
Can't believe we're going to be catching my favourite fish species, roaches, in that. Look at her.
It blows my mind, though, that we're going to get bites, or expecting to get bites, on a double maggot on something so vast. They could be anywhere.
Luckily, Rooney and Matt are professionals, Dean. Roach are shoalfish and like lots of cover to hide from predators. X marks the spot. And that's also where the locals tip them off. The boys would be using a tactic called feeder fishing, which would allow them to present the bait on the bottom at a distance of around 50 metres from the shoreline. This is just past a drop-off of around 25 foot of water. To enable the boys to hit this required spot, they would be using a 13-foot feeder rod and large reel loaded with braided line, which identifies bites easily. A large exchange cage feeder delivers the bait to the bottom, and a short hook length keeps the double maggot hook bait close to the freebies.
Ready or not, boys, I think it's time to start and I'm going in. So, roaches, get your tin hat on because my feeder's coming at you.
Good luck, boys.
Yeah, good luck, chaps.
Have a good one. Enjoy. Not very scenic, is it?
Matt clearly was excited for this and didn't have to wait too long for his first bite of the day.
He's on. Come on. Please be a roach. Oh, feel it grating on the stone. Here he is. What is it? Rune dog.
Go on the Matty.
Bestest fish in the world ever.
Oh, a nice one as well.
Look at him. Just have a close look, because look at the colours. Dark back, beautiful silver flanks, red fins, and the best bit for me is the eye. It's bright orange with little speckles in it. I absolutely love them, mate.
There we go, first Loch Lomond roach. Matt, this looks like yours but bigger.
Mate, he is a stunner.
Boys, this roach has just got bigger.
Do you want me to set the big net up?
Might do if I get
Yeah.
it out. I think this has been taken by a pike or a big fish. Hoo-hoo. Sorry, Matthew, it's coming your way.
Don't you worry, mate. Crocodile attack.
Just bringing that roach in nice and easy. It just got to the ledge and wallop.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can't miss that bite.
Pike are a formidable freshwater predator with a sleek, missile-like body and razor-sharp teeth. You really wouldn't want to be on its menu. The biggest pike ever caught in Scotland was a massive 47 pounds, 11-ounce giant from this very loch.
It's a big old pike.
As far as roach go, this really doesn't feel half bad. I think it's all right. I think it's definitely a netter. Come here, you. Ooh.
He's let go, he's let go. Hopefully the little roach will be all right. Not much chance on that gear. Nothing left.
That's quite a good one. That is what we call a dog roach, which is basically a handful, and I've got some big old shovels. When they're tiny little razor blades, they can be a bit of a pain, but when they get to that size, they are quite incredible looking creatures, aren't they?
With the roach bang on the feed,
Oh, that's on.
the hours melted away as they always do when fishing.
How cool are these? I'm in the element here.
Don't know about you boys, but as the day goes on, I think this place is getting even more beautiful.
It is, and do you know what? It's a crime that I don't know much about it.
Tell you what, boys, been here a long time, this has, a lot longer than us three. Somewhere between sort of 10 and 20,000 years ago, all this mass of water was gorged out by glaciers, so big blocks, about 503 feet this goes down to. It's got some really interesting geology about it. Blocks of the Earth's crust coming together, border between the highlands and the lowlands. Big conic hill. I might take you up there later. Magnificent.
How do you know all that?
Did geography, didn't I?
Luckily, the roach weren't completely bored out of the area, as they spent the remaining few hours of the day barely being able to keep up with them. As the day came to a close, it was about that time that they started to think they had drained the whole loch of roach.
Chaps, beautiful sunset, wonderful day, but I'm done.
Mate, I love roach, but I reckon after that session, I'm full.
Good lad. This is how I pictured Scotland. Snow-capped mountains, brush-filled hills, rustic, rugged.
Boys, text message. You will drive to Loch Foyle to catch one of Scotland's rarest fish,
Go on.
the Arctic char.
Uh-oh.
Often described as remnants of the Ice Age as they first populated our waters as the glaciers retreated 12,000 years ago. They are also incredibly hard to catch, as Dean knows all too well.
That's
Have
a
you seen
tough
one, Dean?
No, I've had to go twice for them with professionals as well, and never seen one, so that is going to be a tough nut to crack, that one.
About 40 miles north of Loch Lomond lay the magnificent Loch Foyle. And it is a stunner. It's almost as if someone has swung a giant sword through the landscape to cut out this narrow slice of water. More than 3.5 miles long and over 500 acres, somewhere in this expanse lies our exceptionally rare quarry.
Oh, I think I went the wrong way, boys.
So good job it's flat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't matter, there's some fish topping.
There is.
Reckon the trout then?
Probably because the trout like it up in the water and the char like it in the middle and the deeps. But I'll tell you what, yesterday was epic, but I've got a feeling in my bones we're going to have to work for our money today, mate.
Feels like we are properly in the Highlands here though, doesn't it, when you look at it?
Bushy, hilly, midgy.
You want to be careful, they'll carry you away, them ridges here.
I'm getting bit to death.
I know.
Must be because I taste good.
They only go for rotten meat.
This is one big loch and we're fishing for a fish we've never fished for before, so could be tricky.
When I was a kid, I had some little collectible sort of fish ornaments, and I always remember my favourite one was an Arctic char, big orange belly on it, and it were in like a wooden cabinet, so I'd love to see one for real.
Tactics-wise, they will be using a very similar method to how they tackled the roach, with small feeders. But the issue they could face is with the abundance of species that they don't want to catch, like brown trout, which could easily gobble their hook baits before the char get a look in.
I've got proper anxiety in my belly in case I muck up the first bite. And I'm scared to look away from the tip in case I miss it.
I know, my eyes are fixated on the tip. Just waiting for that first movement, and then you know you're doing it right.
Not just saying it, I have just had a little rattle. Have a look at my tip. I have had 2 or 3 now, it's just like ding ding ding.
Brilliant.
Matt instantly got a bite, but it appears he's missed it.
Got one blue.
No, mate. I don't think so. Go on, Dean.
I'm in.
Go on,
Literally
Dean.
just looked round from you and my tip was slamming round.
Come on. Be a char.
Right.
Oh, I've got one. Not a char. Trout. That's what that little bang were, isn't it?
Yeah, he's cool, isn't he?
Yeah.
I didn't get any little bangs whatsoever, it just went straight round.
Yours looks bigger than mine, mate, as usual.
I want to look, but I'm trying to watch my tip as well.
That's got a red belly. That's got a red belly.
Get away.
That's got a red belly. It's got a red belly. That might be a char.
Let's have a look.
I can hardly believe it. Is that? All right, I'm not going to call it because I don't want to look a fool, but I think it might be a char.
That's a char.
It's a char!
Well done.
What? How can you believe it, man?
First cast?
First chuck.
No way. Look at that.
These spots are orange. Get in, boy.
Right,
Look at the size of this place. Look how deep it is. And we've literally, I've lobbed out a maggot feeder with 3 red maggots on and caught a char. First chuck.
that's amazing. If my Tinternet search was correct, he's a female.
Got a willy.
What?
No, it's a male.
Come on, Rune, you only had 2 options, male or female. You got it wrong.
You're getting this wrong.
They've definitely got a willy.
Mate, that's a right result. Well done.
Incredible. And I know, ladies and gents, that is not a big fish, but it is such a rare fish. 99.9% of anglers in the UK have never even seen one, let alone caught one.
Look at these white bits here, can you see them on his fin?
Beautiful, red belly, sort of orangey spots all the way up its flank, white flanks on its fins like you said.
Very trout looking, innit?
Lives in super clean, super cold, super deep, crystal clear, mountainous lakes. That is just spectacular. Genuinely a little speechless. Like, that is quite incredible, looking at how deep this place is, how vast the surface area is, and to know that it's one of the rarest fish in the UK to catch it first chuck. Well, it's not first chuck, is it? Because I've already done 2 days blanking for them on other venues, in other adventures. So, yeah, maybe I earned my stripes.
With Dean's instant success, this straight away boosted the confidence of the group. What had originally seemed like an impossible task now looked like it was very achievable.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Because you could argue that we've kind of made it look too easy with the grayling first chuck, Dino catching a couple, then the roach fishing will want to chuck a char within minutes of starting. It isn't always like that, is it?
Not usually, mate, no. It's usually the opposite way around.
How many times we've been on adventures and struggled though?
Yeah.
Like, we've earned the right to have a decent one.
It's true, that. Whoa, see that? Got one. Got some, that. That was a right bite. That's pulling harder than yours, Dean, isn't it? It is. It can't be a char. It's big one if it is. The char have black spots?
It's a toot.
Troot. Hey, I don't mind catching one of them. Look at him.
That's a big one.
Well, that is not my first ever trout, but it's a special one because he's run out of Loch Foyle. I'm not bothered that it's not a char, but look at the size of his mouth. You don't get to that size in these big wild places without looking a bit mean. He's got teeth, probably eaten a few smaller char and smaller trout in his time. Oh, he's still lively as well. Whoa.
Brown trout come from the same family of fish as the salmonidai, as was the char and our previous quarry, the grayling. They are very widespread, and you can find them in most places all around the world, with the largest one recorded in New Zealand at over 44 pounds. Unfortunately, this signalled a barrage of trout catchers.
Yeah, I know what that is. It's a trout. Got a big old mouth on him. Bye-bye.
That was partly the problem. As Rooney slipped this one back, Matt was into another 2.
Another little trout. Go tell your char friends I want him, mate, next, please.
And so was Rooney again.
Well then, let's try something else.
The char must have remembered they were the rarest fish in the UK and seemed to have totally vanished, leaving them with only trout for company. As the day grew older, Matt and Rooney were starting to get desperate.
So, Dino,
Aye.
is it better to complete the task first cast or later on in the session?
First or last?
First or last?
I would say it doesn't matter as long as you complete it.
I'm hoping this one's the one, boys.
Between you two, you're due a char. Does it feel big, Matty?
No, it don't feel big.
It might be a char then.
You're just anxious on every single one, aren't you?
It might be a char if it ain't that big.
You've got a chance. Is that good or bad? Bad, really, isn't it? What are you thinking, Matthew?
No, he's got something, it's wrapped around, a bit of weed. Tell you what, lads. I reckon that's a char.
Yeah!
I reckon that's a char. I reckon that's a char. I'm going to say it again, I reckon that's a char.
Sorry, what did you say?
I
didn't
reckon
quite get
that's a char. Hey! Char in hell. Cheers, mate. Got to be the best bit of the rod trip so far, hasn't it? First ever Arctic char. Arctic char. Sounds good, that, doesn't it? When you go fishing a lot of people who don't do the sport say to you, what's the best fish you've ever caught? And they probably assume you're going to say a shark or a massive carp. But for me, that char, it's really special, that beautiful creature with some amazing history. And I think I'll tell a lot of people about that. Cheers, Mr. Char.
Well, chaps, we came as a team. We knew it'd be a tough challenge, but Arctic char complete.
Is anyone else cold?
Should we wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
Wind them in.
Wind her in.
Come on in. I've got one on. I didn't even get a bite.
That's how jammy you are.
Hey, if this is a char, you have it. If it's a char,
That's mad if that's a char.
if that's a char, that is mad.
Just goes to show, if that is a char, your name's just got to be on it.
Of course it has.
What, down the side of it?
It's going to say Matt written right across its belly.
Like the one on your fridge?
Yeah.
Is it one?
It's a char.
It's a char.
We was on 2 char, boys, but we're finishing on 3.
Hey!
Madness.
Well done, Matthew.
Famous old fishing saying, one last cast, and look at that. Picked up, didn't even get a bite. Char hanging on end. Can't be that rare. Well, bit of a lucky ending to a day's char fishing, but very nice one indeed. Boys, rocking and rolling.
Let's go.
With another successful challenge under their belt, they are heading into the last leg of their Scottish adventure full of confidence. And they would need it. For they would be heading to the coastal town of Oban, where they are going to be putting their sea legs to the ultimate test, as they're going to be targeting one of the largest fish in British waters, the common skate.
That's a good send-off, that, isn't it?
It is. I mean, we've caught some amazing fish thus far, but nothing massive, actually weighing big.
We're talking triple figures.
Oh, common skate, they are massive, mate.
Skate used to be quite widespread around the UK, but after years of aggressive trawling, numbers have dwindled, leaving small, protected pockets, such as these in Scotland.
Finally, civilization.
Aye.
Lots of people and cars.
Yeah, lots of noise, but smell that seaweed. It's getting me in the mood.
I'm a bit worried about Matt being back in civilization. I think he's better on one of those big locks.
I'm happy about it. I fancy fish and chips, mate.
Smell it. Salt and vinegar.
Nice, isn't it?
Oh, chip butty.
It ain't ugly, is it?
It sure isn't.
Surely we can't fall short on the final hurdle.
Pressure on, really, isn't it?
Pressure on. We're a bit out of our depth with what's going to be going on. I've never dragged anything bigger than that out of the sea before, so this could be really
We've
interesting.
got some line for us.
The thing is, I think it's fair to say that your two targets are PBs. Lifetime biggest fish.
Yeah. We could potentially catch the biggest fish that we have ever caught and are ever going to catch.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever fished anywhere where £100 is common.
What are you most nervous about going out there?
A rocky sea.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the fishing. It's getting on a boat.
I don't know, it's just the unknown, isn't it, really? It's like, never used that sort of setup before, never fished in that depth of water before, and never fished for great big things that could possibly be bigger than me.
The bit I'm probably most scared about is the fight, because I've seen pictures and videos and big men struggle with it. And I ain't the biggest of people, I ain't the strongest. He's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried for me and you. Don't want to mess it up on this last bit.
No, that would be bad.
What's planned between now and kicking off in morning then, boys?
Not much, mate. Enjoy Oban. Have some food. Plenty of sleep.
Well, we best get our skates on then.
Terrible.
See what you did there, Roo.
Come on.
Come on.
The grayling were big for grayling, and the char was spectacular, and the roach were amazing, but this is genuinely going to be gigantic.
I don't know what to say.
I've heard that people really do struggle.
The team are heading around 50 miles out, right into the skate's feeding grounds. The skipper was looking for depressions in the muddy, sandy areas, where the skate like to sit to break the tide, leaving their eyes above scanning for prey. The team had a very realistic chance of entering the 200-pound club on this session, which would be a massive milestone.
Hey up, Skip.
Welcome aboard the Lower Down, by the way.
So we
you.
are on the spot officially, and by the looks of it, when putting your anchor down, we're deep.
Pretty deep, yeah. This mark particularly is about 450 foot. But I'm sure Scott Gibson here, fishes for Scotland, the secret weapon today.
Yes.
He's going to show, he's going to show you, give you a rundown of what baits we're using here, and hopefully we'll get them down and get you hooked up with it.
Well, look,
Brilliant.
we don't know what we need to do, but we are game for anything. So just point us in the right direction and we'll kill you with enthusiasm.
We'll keep you right, don't worry.
Good lad.
Brilliant. Thanks, boys.
I'm going to go and get the kettle and I'll leave you with Scott. To...
Well, I'm used to putting 2 maggots on the hook, putting an octopus, what else have we got on there?
Yeah,
a mackerel, squid.
Yeah.
Their mouths must be huge, right?
Yeah, well, some of the bigger fish, their fish are like, the mouths are over 18 inches wide.
Really?
And they can open, and they can also protract their mouth
It's
as
like
well.
a huge hoover on the bottom.
Massive.
So when we know there's one there, you get a little bite on the quiver tip, is it? A little tiny.
The
You'll hear it, don't worry, you'll
£25
hear it, you don't...
What happens to the rod like creak as it bends over?
It's
sort of thing?
different every time. Sometimes you'll just see a couple of wee twitches and you're like, is there a fish here? Don't know.
So let's get going, because I definitely want to see a big old skate on the boat today.
Let's go for it.
Come on.
Brilliant, thank you.
This seafood kebab was being lowered to 135 metres in depth.
That is still going. You could literally put it in, go cook a full English breakfast, come back out, and it'll still be sinking. That's deep. Still going. Hey up, we found the bottom. I thought they forgot to put it in.
Oh,
What?
unless that was me, that definitely twitched. That was definitely me. Don't worry. I'm not excitable.
Wish you'd stop doing that with a clutch.
I get you every
Do you
time.
get screamers though? I mean, sometimes they just go.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I mean, every take is different. Sometimes
Right.
it's just a slow, gentle run.
Aye.
Sometimes they just scream off. The smaller fish tend to scream off.
And the smaller fish, the males.
The males are smaller than females, but even like small females will scream off faster than,
What's a small female? How big's a small female?
well, from £50 up to
Yeah,
£100.
I'll take
sort of
£50
range.
at the start with, wouldn't you?
I've seen quite a few females scream off in my time. Normally when I go near them.
With Dean officially banned from standing anywhere near the rods, this time something fishy was definitely happening on the other end.
Should I have a wee right now?
What, for the excitement?
If
or?
I'm going to be bent double for 40 minutes from now on, I'm not sure I could last 40 minutes without a wee.
No, you're not allowed a wee now.
Yeah,
like
you
a
gotta hang
challenge.
on to it.
It's not on yet. But there's not much tide. You might just be sitting there, lazy.
Yeah.
Skate tend to suck up the hook bait, burying themselves into the mud and sand. It is known as sitting heavy, and by Dean's face, the nerves are starting to go.
Go on, babby.
Oh, man.
And while someone's bladder couldn't handle the excitement, it seems neither could the fish.
Come on, Dean! Put it away! Come on, Dean!
I can't stop it now, it's starting.
Once he had handled business, it was time to get harnessed up and embark on what could be the fight of his life.
Is it feel heavy?
Yeah, it feels like I've hit the earth.
Thanks for there, Scott.
Carnage, isn't it? Like, pretty sure. He's laughing at you, the old seagull.
It says Paul.
Get you back into it.
You sure that's a fish and he's not just stuck on bottom?
I'm basically playing the stretch of the mono, aren't I, at the moment?
That's it.
The shape of the skate basically acts like a giant suction cup, and the monofilament line has a level of stretch to it. So that, multiplied over hundreds of meters of line out there, you can imagine that even though Dean's breaking his back, the pressure being applied to the fish is actually quite minimal.
Ain't moved at all. No, ain't moved at all.
Is he just tightening his line up there then?
Quite often the fish will just... But you get ones that actually come up with a lot of mud on the nose, where they've just gone like that, and just ploughed in. Just right up the front.
God, it's a big sucker. Literally, it's sucked to the bottom. Kind of demoralising when you sort of almost get them off the bottom and then you can feel them just suck straight back down again.
20 minutes had gone by, and the fish hadn't moved an inch.
This is madness, man. It's absolutely madness. You can't believe you can put this amount of pressure on a fish and for it not to move.
So we're 20 minutes into the fight. What could you do in that time, Matt?
Could do a lot of things, mate. I don't really want to talk about them all on camera, but Yeah, I'll put it this way, I've never played a fish for 20 minutes in my life.
Haven't you?
No, that looks massive.
Another agonising 10 minutes had passed, and there had been hardly any movement. And to add to the carnage, it looks as if another rod has sprung into action.
Welcome to the club, Matty. Enjoy the pain.
I'm not ready, Lee, but...
Oh, as ready as you'll ever be. What?
That's not a fish, that's stuck on bottom.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
That's not a fish.
Mad, absolutely
That
mad.
can't be a fish.
Yeah. It's like you're pulling the plug out of the world.
Tell you what, mate, you're giving it some stick. Go on, lad.
Oh, mine's alive, it's moved.
It's good when you feel the first knock.
Yeah.
Because you are convinced you've hooked the bottom,
Yeah.
right?
So different, isn't it, to like our fishing?
What, to the roach and the grayling? Yeah, kinda. Oh, mine don't want any of it. Look.
Bye.
Oh, come back! No, come back! Look at all that good work gone to waste.
Right, Macy, if you just want to start that again now.
That's 20 minutes of work gone in like...
Guaranteed.
And if there wasn't enough pain in the boat,
He's a
Rune dog! Rune dog!
No!
Excuse me, boys.
Is there one on?
Treble header, ladies and gents. Treble header.
No.
Strap me in.
Right, the good thing is mine's actually starting to move now, hopefully.
Mate, I can't pull that any harder. Can't pull it any harder. Oh, it's pulling me. Here we
It's
go.
satisfying, isn't it, when you get 3 pumps on it and it takes 4 back.
Yeah.
Boys, I'm going in. Tell me missus I love her.
I'll look after it, Godders.
Stop it, I'm
Been
trying.
good knowing you, boys. I'm going.
it had been over an hour for Dean, and he was only just seeing what he was attached to.
Oh, he's got a little bit of a sweat going.
He's a
Oh
big
my
one.
word. This is the first time I've said it and it's genuinely true. We need a bigger boat. Oh my word.
Ladies and gentlemen, the common skate. Dean has caught sharks in the Florida Keys, but this was still the most intense and longest battle ever. Indescribable.
I don't quite know what to say. I expect them to be big, deep, long, wide, and I expect them to hang on for a long time, but over an hour, there's a lot of time invested in this fish and it looks absolutely huge. Lee, have you done the measurements and the weight, mate?
I have,
Jump in
Dean.
here.
Congratulations on a cracking fish, by the way.
Right,
And
absolutely.
the most important thing,
Is it?
fish weight 202 pounds.
Oh, oh mate.
Cracking fish, mate.
Do you know what? I'm so glad it weighs that because it looks it.
No, fantastic. Well done.
202.
2-2, and what we're going to do is get it back because there's another one on that there, waiting to come aboard.
I'm full of electricity now, man. Oh, that's unbelievable. Look at that. Thank you, darling. Go on. Big bubble. Off she goes. Look how easy that thing moves. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? That's incredible, man. Lee, thank you, man. That is
Always, mate.
awesome. That is awesome.
And it's just a start.
I know it's just a start. That's the worrying thing. Guys, how you doing?
I'm not having another one after this. I'm not. You think I'm kidding?
This is the closest equivalent to having a baby, apparently.
Can't be far off, Dino. Now, my reel's getting full.
Yeah.
In prep to land Matt's fish, him and Rooney had to do some weaving.
Oh, I can see him.
That's what you come for. That's it. If you just drop a little bit of slack on that.
Oh my goodness.
That's a big flatfish.
Matt's previous personal best fish was a 29-pound carp, and with measurements taken, this fish comes in at 133 pounds. What a way to break your PB, Matt.
Isn't it mad to think that thing is just stuck to the bottom out there when you swim in, you're on a boat. This creature is underneath you. Look at it. Mad really, isn't it? That's the biggest fish I've ever seen, biggest fish I've ever caught. I don't do this sort of fishing, that's speechless, honestly. It's a fish. That is a fish.
It would have been lovely for Rooney to share the moment with his pals, but he was still getting beasted.
Amazing, that. Absolutely. If you ever get a chance to do that, come and do it. Unreal.
With Dean and Matt landing a fish of a lifetime, all the pressure was on Rooney, who was clearly attached to an absolute monster.
A drink, Roon.
Oh, I'd love one, mate.
Ready? All right?
Yeah, good.
Don't mind. I guess it's more.
Is it?
It's off.
No. That's how I played it for that long.
Yep.
No! Well, can you believe it? Just played that skate for about, I don't know, 40 minutes. It's been a pain the whole fight, and then it come off. Great. Just my luck. Come here. Unlucky. Oh, gutted.
Just as Rooney was being consoled, another rod went, and Dean was on it.
Can you believe how good this trip has just got better and better and better every single time? And
Speak for yourself. Hey, you're on next, mate.
40 minutes of more hard graph, and he finally had it up. And what's even better is Rooney is back in.
Looking at the big one. It is a big one.
Look at the size of that kipper. It's a female fish, so you can see that it hasn't got the claspers. What you might not be able to see from the angles is just how thick. I mean, it's easy to see how wide and long they are, but how thick it stands up off the ground. Absolutely monstrous.
It measured in at 183 pounds.
Keep going, keep going.
How's he doing, Scott?
He's winning at last.
Don't look it.
Oh, fine, isn't I? It's so intense, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Oh,
How long are you in? Have you been timing?
no.
How far is it up?
It's coming.
Is it?
It's
About
coming.
halfway now.
Rooney was finally making some progress, and 15 minutes later, he saw it.
Right, don't mind anymore. Just back that drag off ever
Rooney,
so slightly.
You burnt your ear, mate. That is massive. Go and have a look at it. Go and have a look at that. That is huge. Oh my days, that's massive.
Is that a big one?
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely pulling a long
Well
way
done,
now.
man.
Yeah, man.
Well done, man.
I'll caught that.
You can ride it.
That is brilliant.
Coming in at 146 pounds, another personal best has been smashed.
You're absolutely beautiful. Can't believe how hard you pull. Don't be scared. That is unbelievable, isn't it?
Rooney had joined the club, but the trip isn't over if the rods keep on springing into action, and that's exactly what was happening.
It's like trying to get our lass out of bed. Can I feel my muscles? Go on, give him a squeeze.
Weak one.
Got bigger than them, haven't they? Apparently these ones are hard to get in when they come in like that. Sort of wrapped up in the line. Dead careful with it.
Oh, not that far.
There we go. It's going, it's going, it's going.
When it was this,
Oh!
there was a buzz nest.
Did you see that?
He was going to dive.
Wow!
Ever seen any strength like
Never
that?
seen anything like it ever.
What did you do? Get straight back on the next one?
No, you can have a go next.
And it wasn't long until Rooney was into another fish.
No, just wind, 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 wind. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go.
There's something there now.
Can you believe it? You're fishing in this amazing setting, catching amazing fish that fight like mad, then you have to spend your whole time staring at a reel, because otherwise it will pull you in.
£177 female skate. That's blown me away and nearly broke me in half as well. New PB for me. This trip cannot get any better.
I wouldn't speak too soon, as Dean and Matt had theirs come on board at the same time.
That'll do. Yes!
Yeah, well done, Dino.
Yes!
He's double figures, isn't he?
Well, Godders. But what do you think right now? Because I'm thinking it's absolute madness.
Frightening. Just massive things.
I like the eyes and the nose. But I just love everything about them, to be fair. The way they fight really challenges you. You get them off the floor, you never know whether they're going to go back down. When they come up, they just look absolutely enormous. And when they go back, they do it so majestically. Look at them. What a day. Thank you. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I'll never forget that sight. I'll never forget that
Might
sight.
never see that again, ever.
Well, chaps, I need a massage and a nice long sleep.
I need to find some bigger mussels from somewhere.
I'm fancying a pint after that day's fishing.
Well, all three of us need different things, but I think, ladies and gents, we can all agree that is quite simply one of the best days fishing we have ever had.
Scotland has been truly awesome.
Wow, look at that. It is beautiful.
Look at that, what a weapon of a fish.
Oh my days. That literally is from the top shelf, isn't it?
Fish weight, £202.
I love him, I just love him.
That is just spectacular.
This is how I pictured Scotland.
Where was that?
He's a big fish. It's a grayling. I've got one on.
I'll never forget that
Might
sight.
never see that again, ever.
Lee, start her up and take us home.